Imagine a world where the most powerful superhero has a dark secret that could change the fate of an entire nation. Ready for it? Because The Boys Season 4 finale is about to reveal Homelander's most terrifying vision yet. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel for the latest recaps, breakdowns, and intriguing facts about your favorite TV shows and movies. Don't miss our exclusive take on The Boys and much more. Victoria Neuman is dead, Billy Butcher has gone full-blown Joe Kessler, and Sister Sage is back. The Season 4 finale of The Boys wrapped up with a bang, leaving us on the edge of our seats. Episode 8 brought an eventful season of Prime Video's hit drama to a close. But before diving into the biggest moments, let's cover some key highlights. First up, Huey proposed to Annie Starlight, or so he thought. Turns out the Starlight he proposed to was actually the shapeshifter, who had sinister plans to target President Robert Dakota Bob Singer on Homelander's orders. Luckily, the real Starlight broke free from shapeshifter's captivity just in time to save the day. However, she wasn't too thrilled about Huey's numerous sleepovers with the shapeshifting soup. Meanwhile, Kimiko and Frenchie finally locked lips, officially marking the beginning of their romantic relationship. And in a shocking turn of events, Vault CEO Ashley Barrett injected herself with Compound V after finding out she was on Homelander's hit list of Vault employees. There's a lot more in store, so let's dive into the most shocking moments from the Season 4 finale of The Boys. The finale kicks off on January 6th with Congress moving to certify the election of President-elect Robert Singer and Vice President-elect Victoria Neuman. But little do they know, there's an insurrection plan in the works. The boys have been working undercover with Singer to assassinate Neuman because he knows that the secret soupy is just one heartbeat away from the presidency. And if that happens, Homelander would start rounding up anyone who disagrees with his agenda, especially members of the Starlighter movement, and imprison them in internment camps across the country. Singer has every reason to be worried because he knows he's also on Homelander's hit list. During a visit to the Firecrackers Truth Bomb show on the Vote News Network, Homelander drops a bombshell, outing VP-elect Victoria Neuman as a secret soup live on air. Neuman confronts Homelander off-set, furious that this revelation will ruin her chances of re-election. But Homelander, ever the cold strategist, simply says, "New world, new rules." Despite the chaos, the election is certified, making Singer and Neuman president and vice president. Even as the news breaks that Neuman is super-abled, Congress moves forward. Meanwhile, Huey discovers that all the damaging intel the boys had on Neuman has mysteriously vanished from his computer. The twist? The culprit is closer than he thinks. Singer, addressing the nation, feigns shock at discovering Victoria's secret soupy status, despite having known all along and asking the boys to take her out. He calls for a new, free, and fair election, boldly declaring, "If Victoria Neuman becomes vice president, it will be over my dead body because she had me assassinated." But that's not all. Homelander has more up his sleeve. He instructs Vault CEO Ashley Barrett to compile a list of everyone in the company who has any damaging information on him and the Seven. In a tense meeting with the remaining members of the Seven, Firecracker, the Deep, and Black Noir 2, Homelander reveals his plan to assassinate Singer. Knowing this will incite riots, he plans to have Soups swoop in to restore order and defend the rightful President Neuman. Homelander assigns the Deep and Black Noir 2 the task of eliminating everyone on Ashley's list permanently. When the Deep points out that Ashley knows more dirt on the Seven than anyone else, Homelander coldly orders her execution too. Overhearing this, Ashley freaks out and finds Homelander's secret stash of Compound V, injecting herself with it. This begins her horrifying transformation into something we won't fully see until Season 5. And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, we find Billy Butcher, inching closer to death, bedridden in a government safe house hospital room. He's visited by the specter of dead CIA agent Joe Kessler, who encourages him to use the soupy-killing virus to commit soupy genocide. Government agent Grace Mallory brings Becca's son Ryan to see Butcher. Butcher tells Ryan he must stay with Grace to be safe from Homelander, but Ryan refuses. Grace then reveals some awful truths about Homelander to Ryan and informs him that in time, he will be the only person who can defeat the world's strongest soup. Ryan, in a fit of denial and rage, seemingly kills Grace as he exits the safe house. Meanwhile, a soup shapeshifter continues to pose as Annie and seduces a blissfully unaware Huey. After Annie proposes to Huey and he accepts, the shifter realizes that her skin is rotting away. She returns to the hideaway where she's imprisoning Annie to recharge her powers. While getting her recharge, the shifter taunts Annie with details of her sexual encounters with Huey and other personally damaging things before informing Annie that she will be framed for Singer's assassination. Mother's Milk, Kimiko, Huey, and the shifter who hijacked Annie's body go to visit Singer in an underground bunker. Huey finally figures out that it's not Annie he's been with, so the shifter proceeds to kill Singer's bodyguards.
Fucker! His ass is here! Come with me!
Annie, meanwhile, escapes from captivity and shows up in the president's bunker to have a violent showdown with her soup doppelganger. Annie proceeds to choke the shifter to death. Annie becomes furious with Huey over the intimate relationship he had with her shapeshifter doppelganger. Huey struggles to defend his actions, saying, "I thought it was you." In an apparent move to take Huey back, Annie tells him that he needs to get tested for every STD known to mankind. As if that wasn't enough drama, Homelander threatens to kill Neuman's daughter, Zoe, and informs Neuman that she will be his puppet when she ascends to the position of Commander-in-Chief. Knowing she has no way of escaping her predicament, Neuman asks Huey to watch after her daughter in the event of her death. Huey proposes to the boys that they save Neuman and use her in their fight against Homelander. Mother's Milk agrees to save Neuman, and after initially objecting to the idea, Annie goes with the plan. Kimiko admits to Frenchie that she lied about telling him to be with someone better than her, namely, his boyfriend, Colin. Frenchie tells Kimiko that there's no one better than her, and they kiss. Butcher regroups with the boys and says there will be no deal with Neuman. Suddenly, Butcher's immense powers from his Temp 5 injections kick in, and tentacles emerge from his chest, wrapping around Neuman, and he tears her in half. Butcher walks away as his fellow members of the boys stand in shock. Homelander is left devastated by Victoria Neuman's death, but just as he begins to lose hope, the banished Sister Sage makes a dramatic return with a new plan. With a recording of President Singer reprimanding Mother's Milk for not killing Neuman, the president is taken into custody by Capitol Police. Sister Sage instructs Homelander to speak with Speaker of the House Calhoun. The plan is for Congress to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Singer from power, making Calhoun the new president. Once in power, Calhoun's first move is to declare martial law across the US and deputize hundreds of superheroes who will report directly to Homelander. At Neuman's memorial, Homelander takes the podium, blaming her death on Deep State Starlighters. He vows that under his new world order, Soups will root out traitors from both the government and the streets, declaring, "America will be safe again." He then warns, "And to the Starlighters, whatever rock you're hiding under, we're coming for you. I'm coming for you because today, a new age of superheroes begins." Meanwhile, Annie, Huey, Frenchie, Kimiko, and Mother's Milk gather to get fake passports and flee, only to be captured by Soups from Godolkin University in Gen V. Following her mother's death, Zoe is sent to the Red River Institute, a group home for orphan Soups where her mother was raised before being adopted by then-Vought CEO Stan Edgar. In a gripping end credits scene, Calhoun takes Homelander to Soldier Boy, who was presumed dead at the end of Season 3. Soldier Boy lies unconscious in an incubator, hinting at even more chaos to come. If you found this breakdown intriguing, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows and the wildest facts behind them. Thanks for watching and see you next time.